Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck are officially married. JLo and Ben's love story began nearly 2 decades ago when the pair first met in 2001. Their roller coaster romance had been closely followed from the time they first started dating to their rekindled romance nearly 20 years later. After calling off their wedding in 2003 and going their separate ways, it seemed like that was it for JLo and Ben. But somehow and some way, they found their way back to one another and can finally say they're officially married. Seems like what's meant to be will always find a way. Let's take a look back at their journey to love. 2001. In 2001, Ben and Jen first met on the set of JLo, the rom-com that was released in 2003. Despite their chemistry, the movie ultimately flopped at the box office and was panned by critics. At the time, JLo was still married to her second husband, Chris Judd, but soon after their divorce, she and Ben went public with their own relationship. Lopez told People in 2016, "I really felt like when I met Ben, okay, this is it." The pair stirred up a tabloid frenzy and quickly became one of the most popular Hollywood couples. They were infamously hounded by paparazzi and were one of the first to receive a hybrid couple name, bennifer. They seemed to appear on the cover of every magazine every week. 2002. In 2002, Ben was featured in one of JLo's iconic music videos, Jenny from the Block, which depicted the public's obsession with the couple and tells the story through the lens of paparazzi following them in an attempt to catch private moments between the pair. By November of that year, Affleck proposed to Lopez with a custom handmade Harry Winston pink diamond ring worth $2.5 million. In an interview with Diane Sawyer 20 years ago, Lopez describes her then-fiancé as brilliantly smart, loving, charming, affectionate, and I just admire him in every way. 2003. Just days before Ben and Jen were set to marry in Santa Barbara on September 14, 2003, they announced they would be postponing their wedding in a joint statement that read, "Due to the excessive media attention surrounding our wedding, we have decided to postpone the date. When we found ourselves seriously contemplating hiring 3 separate decoy brides at 3 different locations, we realized that something was awry. We began to feel that the spirit of what should have been the happiest day of our lives could be compromised. We felt what should have been a joyful and sacred day could be spoiled for us, our families, and our friends." 2004. According to People magazine, after a brief split following the postponed wedding, the couple rekindled their romance. They eventually decided to call it quits in January 2004, just a few months after their postponed wedding. It's widely believed that a major factor in their breakup was the intense media attention. Just 6 months after their breakup, Jen married singer-songwriter and longtime friend Marc Anthony in June of 2004. The two welcomed twins Emmy and Max in 2008, but they eventually divorced after 10 years of marriage in 2014. In her book, True Love, JLo reflected on the turbulent period between announcing her split from Ben and marrying Marc. "Ben and I split up the moment when I thought we were committing to each other forever. It was my first real heartbreak. It felt like my heart had been torn out of my chest. I sought out comfort in another person, tried to find someone who could make me feel loved and wanted in my loneliest hour. Marc came back into my life 3 days after I should have been at the altar saying I do to another man." 2005. About a year after JLo married Marc Anthony, Ben married Jennifer Garner in 2005, and the couple had 2 daughters, Violet and Serafina, and son Samuel. Things didn't last between the two of them either, and they eventually divorced in 2018. By that time, JLo had already been dating baseball player Alex Rodriguez for a year, and by 2019, JLo and A-Rod were engaged. 2020. Meanwhile, Affleck started dating Ana de Armas. The two worked together on the 2020 psychological thriller Deep Water and only dated for a short time before ending their relationship around January 2021. In all of the years Lopez and Affleck weren't together, they remained supportive of one another. In a 2016 interview with People, Lopez said, "I think different time, different thing. Who knows what could have happened? But there was a genuine love there." 2021. In April 2021, JLo broke off her engagement to A-Rod, and for the first time in more than a decade, Lopez and Affleck were spotted together. On April 30th, Page 6 reported that Ben had been seen many times at Jennifer's home in Los Angeles. And less than a week later, the two were spotted in Montana in a car near a resort in Big Sky, where Affleck has a home. It was the reunion we'd all been waiting for. An insider confirmed the getaway to E! News. They really care for each other, and they picked up right where they left off. Jennifer spent several days with Ben out of town. They have a strong connection. It's all been quick and intense, but Jennifer is happy. By July, after weeks of getting together, Affleck joined Lopez and her kids for a family birthday party. They also were seen taking their kids to Universal Studios together. Then, over the 4th of July holiday weekend, he spent some low-key time with Lopez and her twins at her house in the Hamptons. On July 24, 2021, in honor of her 52nd birthday, Jen posted a carousel of photos that included a mix of bikini pics, with the final pic showing her and Ben kissing. That was the day Ben and Jen became Instagram official. 2 months later, in September 2021, at the Venice Film Festival, they made their first red carpet appearance since reuniting. Shortly after, they attended their first Met Gala together. The pair stunned in Ralph Lauren and displayed their love for one another for everyone to see. With each red carpet they've walked since, the couple's infatuation with each other has been crystal clear, as the two haven't been able to stop smiling at one another. 2022. In People's 2022 Love Issue, Lopez revealed there's a reason things are working out this time. We're older now, we're smarter, we have more experience, we're at different places in our lives. We have kids now, and we have to be very conscious of those things. It's a beautiful outcome that this has happened in this way at this time in our lives, where we can really appreciate and celebrate each other and respect each other. We always did, but we have even more of an appreciation because we know that life can take you in different directions. She added, "I feel so lucky and happy and proud to be with him. It's a beautiful love story that we got a second chance." In April 2022, Ben proposed to Jen, and she said yes for the second time. She revealed the exciting update in an exclusive video included in her On the JLo newsletter to her fans. In the clip, she was beaming with excitement while admiring her huge emerald-cut light green diamond engagement ring. Did you ever imagine your biggest dream could come true? Saturday night, while at my favorite place on earth, in the bubble bath, my beautiful love got on one knee and proposed. I was totally taken off guard and just looked in his eyes, smiling and crying at the same time, trying hard to get my head around the fact that after 20 years, this was happening all over again. I was quite literally speechless, and he said, "Is that a yes?" And I said, "Yes, of course that's a yes." A month later, on July 16th, the couple made it all the way down the aisle and exchanged vows in a surprise ceremony in Las Vegas. They officially tied the knot. The following day, Lopez confirmed the news in her newsletter, detailing the best night ever, with her kids being witnesses. The low-key, intimate ceremony was exactly what the two wanted. She wrote, "So with the best witnesses you could ever imagine, a dress from an old movie and a jacket from Ben's closet, we read our vows in the little chapel and gave one another rings we'll wear for the rest of our lives." She showed off her whole look in a pre-ceremony video taken by her hairstylist, Chris Appleton, complete with full-body curls, smoky eye, and a beautiful neutral lip. In the video, she says, "I had this dress for so many years, and I've just been saving it, and now I'm wearing it on my wedding day." After arriving at the chapel, she changed into her second dress of the evening, wearing a veil and a bridal gown created by Zuhair Murad, the same designer who created the stunning gown that Jennifer Lopez wore in her most recent movie, Marry Me. The morning after, Jen shared a blissful photo on Instagram showing off her simple, shiny silver wedding band while comfy in bed with the caption, "Sadie, #YKYK, a reference to lyrics from Funny Girl. I'm Sadie, married lady." She ended her post revealing her name change. Love is a great thing, maybe the best of things, and worth waiting for. With love, Mrs. Jennifer Lynn Affleck. An insider told People they don't have a honeymoon planned yet. Jennifer says that every day with Ben is a honeymoon. Reflecting on their journey together, JLo said, "We did it. Love is beautiful. Love is kind. And it turns out, love is patient. 20 years patient. It seems love is definitely sweeter the second time around for this couple." What do you think of their love story? Did you ever think they'd make it down the aisle? Let us know by leaving a comment below.